Hey guys, tonight we're journeying back to a time when waking up didn't mean checking your phone or snoozing your alarm 7 times. Nope. Instead, we're rewinding time to when you might find yourself snuggled, if you can call it that, next to a woolly mammoth. Imagine that furry ball of warmth, except it's way more mammoth-sized than what you're used to with your husky or golden retriever. Honestly, you might not survive this prehistoric day, and that's perfectly okay. We're not all cut out for the non-luxury life of the Stone Age. Before you get too comfy, feel free to tap like or subscribe, but only if you're genuinely enjoying the calm around here. Tell me where you're listening from, and what time it is over there. I love seeing how far this sleepy little journey reaches. Now, go ahead and lower the lights. Maybe let a fan hum in the background. And let's drift gently into tonight's story together. You wake up as the sun barely peeks over the horizon, which looks like someone's gently cracking an egg against the sky. The air is crisp, almost biting, cradling you in a way only your thickest sweater does. But alas, we're talking animal skins here. As you stretch, yawning in sync with the Stone Age chorus of grunts and chirps, you realize that today might involve dodging the giants you share this space with. And we're not talking about your towering laundry pile. Now, the ground is a mix of soft dirt and scattered pebbles, feeling entirely different underfoot. That's right, toes exposed to the elements. Right when you've just finally perfected the art of fuzzy slipper comfort. The rest of the crew is stirring too, their soft murmurs filling the space around you, like the hum of a fridge whispering secrets in the middle of the night. And there it stands, a woolly mammoth, this ancient beast that roams just a few yards away, who's so big and furry it could probably moonlight as a cozy armchair in modern parlance, albeit a wildly uncomfortable one. These magnificent creatures were part and parcel of your daily life here. And while befriending them, a la a Disney movie, might sound like a great idea, in reality, these guys have no clue what a peanut butter treat is, nor would they care much for neck scratches. Historians still argue whether early humans domesticated any kind of prehistoric pups to help with hunting. Imagine having a gigantic shaggy mammoth in place of your trusty golden retriever to fetch things. Good luck playing fetch with that one, right? But you won't find a lot of scholarly consensus here. Some go so far as to speculate that man and beast had more of a nodding acquaintance rather than the Instagrammable bond we have with our pets today. Oh, and can you believe this? You're not just waking up early out of habit. The daylight hours were precious, filled with tasks like gathering food and trying not to get clobbered by other large, less friendly beasts. So yes, it's like setting 5 alarms, but actually getting up at the first buzz because it can be a matter of survival, rather than just missing your 8 a.m. class. As the tribe assembles for breakfast, an earnest affair, mostly starring dried meats and nuts, you begin to really appreciate the conveniences of modern cereal boxes that don't require you to dodge saber-toothed cats on your trip to fetch milk. Honestly, breakfast could be like an epic scavenger hunt, but where the stakes are a little higher than just finding the last Pop-Tart. Casting a glance around, you greet your fellow cave dwellers. Turns out, forging bonds was less Facebook and more actual face-to-face, with deciding who sits where, becoming less about proximity to power outlets and more about who might save you from a stampede later. Think of it as assigning spots in the family gathering, just with slightly higher geographic stakes. Breakfast over, your day officially kicks off with a task that's way more hands-on than crafting a witty email subject line. You gotta gear up for the Stone Age version of a workout, gathering and hunting. You shiver at the idea of this cold start as goosebumps race up your arms. It's the same sensation you get from an unexpected cold shower, or less glamorously, when you decide to open the fridge hoping something new will appear. Spoiler, it won't. And just like those fridge raids, here you've also got to deal with nature's chilly embrace. So, you set off. With the soft earth under your soles and the winds whispering through the branches above, a symphony nature tricked up on her own. The journey begins as you tag alongside your companions, each one shouldering a pointed stick, a multi-tool of sorts. You never thought you'd miss the comforting grip of your phone. But hey, at least no notifications are buzzing in your hand, right? Besides, keeping your focus on those mammoth trail tracks is hard enough without the distraction of a low battery warning. As the morning unfolds, you can't help but wonder, how on earth did these people keep track of time? I'm sure they didn't use TikTok to know it was Paleolithic, but let's pretend their posts were carved into the stone. Literally. Imagine you're striding through the endless spread of ancient, untamed land, where the hum of modern living is replaced by nature's symphony. The wind whispers lullabies through the leaves as you march forward, wrapped in an animal skin ensemble that screams prehistoric chic. Every step takes you further from the cozy confines of your sleep corner and deeper into a world with no Starbucks in sight, only the raw, gritty reality of the Stone Age. It's half survival manual, half adventure, and all thanks to your ancestors having a serious knack for making things with rocks. So, as you lace your way through the dense brush, you think of the Stone Age wardrobe. It's more than functional fashion. Picture a runway of flint and fauna where the best designers work with what's available, mostly furry fabrics and minimal tailoring. And poised on this ancient catwalk, you discover one real historical fact. Stone Age folks were masterful at crafting animal hides into garments that kept them both warm and stylish. Well, in a manner of speaking. It's like the ultimate onesie, just a little heavy on the cave smell. You wouldn't see it trending on TikTok, but these get-ups were the daily armor everyone relied on. Now, here's something quirky for you. Did you know that one popular accessory back then was the shell necklace? Imagine trying to explain to your past self that, sure, necklaces won't play your music or track your steps like a smartwatch today, but they sure told a story. The oldest kind of social signal, predating any Facebook status. These early humans were already figuring things out, developing little baubles to say, I belong. Or maybe, check this out. It was like a prehistoric Instagram feed, one chunky shell at a time. As you navigate the underbrush, these clever decorative touches seem to dance in the dappled sunlight, showing everyone that even back then, a sense of community mattered. Historians still argue whether certain patterns or symbols in these decorations had deeper meanings, maybe clan affiliations or personal achievements. Our ancient pals might have been communicating stories or status long before we even thought to write things down. Some archaeologists are on team they're just pretty, while others are waiting for that breakthrough discovery that might unlock a kind of Stone Age Rosetta Stone. Now, okay, here's a wild part that's got to earn a chuckle. Imagine waking up in your modern mismatched pajamas and trying to use flint to make coffee. When that doesn't quite pan out, you still have to hunt your breakfast down, actual hunting. Spoiler alert, there are no food delivery apps to save you here. Your morning strolls would be less scrolling on the screen, more scurrying after squirrels. As the birds chirp overhead, effortless musicians without a care for charging cords, you can't help but mentally compare this cross-country expedition to that momentary panic when you realize your phone's on 2% and you're miles from an outlet. Survival, albeit a slightly more luxurious version, is still coded in our DNA. Probably thanks to these Dawn Age adventures. Moving through the day, you learn how this journey involves more than picking berries or dragging a mammoth leg away from the curious jaws of your saber-toothed neighbors. You gather essentials, food, useful stones, sticks, with the same dedication you'd give to curating a playlist that captures just the right vibe for every occasion. Because back in the Stone Age, there were no mulligans. If you messed up, no digital genie was there to bail you out with a next-day delivery or an updated status message. By midday, the wind has greater bite, turning each step into the delicate dance of finding and gathering, not just for the needs of one, but for the many. You're a part of this web, a bundle of paradoxes wrapped up in a layer of fur. Such simple tools, yet pivotal for survival, remind you of the way each tiny app on your home screen serves a purpose. Well, at least when you remember what that purpose was. And with the fading sun painting the landscape in hues of clay and adobe, the shadows deepen with the promise of a timeless secret only known to those living thousands of years ago. Even with each mystery and every unknown element, you find yourself amazed that they left behind spaces marked with tales of their existence etched into the cave walls. But nestled between the weight of the stone ceiling and the hard ground below, the story they tell isn't written, but rather felt. A narrative built on enduring to flourish another day. As you wander back home, your modern sensibilities might offer a fleeting sense of nostalgia that maybe these simpler times, devoid of a constant barrage of glowing screens, held a deeper connection to the heart of life. It's like choosing dark mode because it feels emotionally accurate, or hitting pause before the credits roll on yet another series played out to the sound of a gently humming laptop fan. It's the Stone Age equivalent of finding peace in the rhythm of what's real and elemental. As the sun inches towards the horizon, casting that golden glow everyone loves to capture on Instagram filters, you find yourself back near the cave. The day's adventures have left you both weary and oddly fulfilled, like that quiet after a long day when you're finally wrapped in your favorite blanket. Except, instead of streaming your comfort show, it's the crackling of the fire that takes center stage. Around the fire, the tribe gathers, a sort of impromptu family meeting without agendas or Wi-Fi disconnects, but with all the warmth of familiar faces and shared stories. Imagine, if you will, the flickering light mimicking fairy lights strung across your living room, inviting that same cozy closeness. You can feel it when the flames dance and cast shadows that play against the stone walls of your home, your sanctuary, your canvas. Here's a Stone Age fact for you to chew on. Early humans were truly adept at making fire, which, for our ancient pals, was akin to unlocking the full potential of humanity. No hyperbole there. Fire was everything: warmth, security, and a place to cook, which truly must have felt like achieving level 10 adulting in their world. It's a quirk of history that humans devoted so much time and energy to make fire, reducing the time they had to stress about other things, like how many battery bars are left, or how many emails they've left unread. You have to laugh at how sometimes the best innovations just mimic the most natural parts of living, the instinctive, the essential. Now, historians still argue whether fire domestication was stumbled upon by lucky accident or through sheer prehistoric genius. Was it a lone genius rubbing sticks by trial and error? Or did the skies really gift some prehistoric Prometheus a random lightning show? We may never know for sure, but the question is as fascinatingly open-ended as wondering what your dog dreams about. There's always a whisper of mystery. Picture this. The group shares stories around the fire, legends of past hunts, tales of ancestors triumphing over chaos. These aren't your high-production budget movies rolling across giant screens, but flickering images reflected in eyes that speak of lived experiences. Communication was raw and real, just like sending your friend a meme that says, "Hey, I get you," without overthinking it. As you fixate on the fire, the warmth settles into you, taking the edge off the cool breeze that whispers of an encroaching night. It's almost like that satisfying first sip of hot chocolate, fresh from your mug, chocolatey warmth enveloping you just right. To our ancestors, this was a cornerstone of community, a shared fireplace where connections were forged and kept alive like an unbroken chain through generations. In the glow of the firelight, you look around at these faces, faces that tell stories older than any book. There's a soft, almost curatorial care in how they whisper legends, each story a thread that weaves them together in unity. It's not unlike having your group chat unmuted once in a while, where jokes, emojis, and inside scoops form the unwritten code of your tribe. Then again, you consider what they might make of a world bustling with texts, updates, and feeds galore, and you almost chuckle at the thought of a caveman scrolling through reels on a carved stone tablet, wondering if anyone liked his carving of today's dinner haul. Perhaps there's an ineffable charm in communicating through grunts and gestures, a silent understanding that transcends time itself. The day winds down all around this hearth, a timeless symphony of crackling wood punctuating the shared stories, as laughter rises and falls like ocean tides. Here, just like that, life seems so uncluttered, free of relentless notifications and likes ticking up, down, and sideways. It's the creak of the fire, the laughter of friends, and the cool earth beneath you that spell out life in its simplest form. The unfolding tapestry of tomorrow is perhaps the biggest unknown, yet it sways with potential, just like the wavering flames. And somewhere between the giggles, the soft murmuring of the night sky, and the delving into ancient stories, you recognize that the Stone Age was more than a time of mere survival and rudimentary innovations. It was a crucible for the very essence of humanity as we know it, born out of small fires in larger, untamable darkness. The tribe, bathed in the gentle, flickering glow, bids adieu to the busyness of the day. Lulled by the rhythms of evening life, you close your eyes, the cool night clasping you closer, not unlike being held in the familiar warmth of your favorite sweater. The last sounds you hear are soft, whispered voices, and the comfort that tomorrow holds another day of discovery, knitted with laughter and shared stories. As the campfire embers glow like tiny stars cast into the rich tapestry of the night, you slowly let the evening quiet sink into your bones. The soft crackling persists, a gentle drumbeat reassuring in its predictability, much like the rhythmic hum of a fan that whirs with an old lullaby cadence. You're draped in a blanket of ancient tranquility, a time when ticks of a clock were unknown, and the passing moments unfurled with the leisure of unbroken tomorrows. In this embrace of dusk's retreat, you find yourself pondering the intricacies of daily decisions back then. Unlike today, where choosing between pizza toppings can seem an insurmountable task, let alone dealing with the paralysis of indecision over binge watching a show. Choosing which berries to munch on or which woolly mammoth path to avoid were the kinds of pressing matters they navigated. Life was raw and chaotic, yet there was an innate rhythm to it, like the soft pats of raindrops against your window pane as you cozy up indoors. The stars cautiously unveil themselves one by one, twinkling with a playful mischief, much akin to the tiny fairy lights strewn across a room you've made your cocoon. Their presence seems to murmur secrets from the heavens directly to your heart, whispers that almost make you believe you can unearth that mysterious knowledge of our ancient forebears simply by gazing upward. Here's your daily morsel of historical fact. These celestial orbs held as much mystery to our Stone Age ancestors as they do to us. The way constellations winked knowingly across the skies no doubt inspired awe and perhaps a kind of navigation, a beacon in the night. You can imagine them pondering the stars, much like you ponder which podcast will soothe your overbusy mind before dreams claim you. And among all this grandeur resides today's quirky tidbit. Some researchers believe early humans might have had their own version of bedtime stories cast upon cave walls. Shadows weaving tales will never fully unravel. Imagine if, instead of clicking play next episode, you found these stories, a flick of the wrist painting fantastical creatures on walls, visible only by the dancing light of a flame. It's like having an under-the-covers flashlight book moment, except your imagination is the channel, and the visuals are unlimited by bandwidth or resolution. As you shift a bit, making the earth beneath a tad more comfortable, it's like defending your choice of favorite couch spot from an encroaching pillow. You muse on how historians still debate whether those vivid cave drawings were instructional guides or creative expressions left behind like open journals. Did they meticulously sketch to convey practical knowledge or merely dabbled in art for the sheer joy of creating? A conundrum quite analogous to deciding whether to tweet wisdom or compose a poetic thread that simply delights. And as you pause, hovering at the sweet spot between reflection and respite, a light-hearted chuckle emerges from within when you imagine a savvy caveman critiquing art by holding a burning twig against the stone with the seriousness of a theater critic evaluating a blockbuster. Now that's a picture-worthy meme if there ever was one. Time drifts slowly on this tranquil Stone Age night, and in the gentle waves of conversation that ripple around the hearth, you're struck by how the act of gathering remains an echo through the ages. From epochs marred by survival struggles to now, where gathering signifies Wi-Fi joined Zoom calls or group texts jumbled with gifs. The night grows heavier, each breath shorter and more deliberate, your eyelids flickering as you try to etch this fiction into memory. It's a space where wonder and reality blur, dissolving into the comforting folds of a dream yet to be dreamt. Within this curtain of night, consciousness tucks away into the secret corners of dreams, where history's whispers will follow and weave wondrous tapestries through your slumbering thoughts. So, as the fire's final whispers hush into a comforting silence, you rest easy, knowing that history's tiresome grandness and minute cosmic truths alike tenderly cradle your present reverie. In sync with the pulse of every ancient ancestor who once gazed at those very stars. With the night fully settled around you, the stars up above continuing their silent mutterings, you let your eyes close as the symphony of nighttime critters begins their gentle serenade. It's their way of lulling you into a state of calm, much like white noise from a sleep app, a modern twist that feels oddly timeless. There's an ease to being here, nestled into a nook of soft earth and wrapped in skins that, while lacking the fluff of your duvet, carry their own kind of comfort. It's familiar in a primal way, a reminder that safety is a feeling as much as a place. When you think about it, the stones beneath you now are not unlike the foundations of home itself, steadfast, enduring, forever listening. The ancient people who occupied this space before you understood this inherent reliability, unwrapping each day with hope, curiosity, and maybe a side of trepidation, something akin to checking your inbox after a long weekend, unsure of what awaits. As your mind drifts, trailing behind elusive thoughts, you stumble on a real fact about these ancient artists. Their canvas wasn't just any wall, but specific places that spoke to them. Often, these sacred spaces were chosen for their echoes or reverberations, which, when you think about it, is kind of like the way echoes make certain songs sound magical in the shower. The perfect nook for artwork wasn't just where it fit best, but where it sang to the soul. A quirky tidbit that tickles at the fancy of creation across millennia. Of course, not everything about these cave surroundings is quite so whimsical. Historians still grapple with the idea of whether these artistic expressions communicated otherworldly encounters, or were they tales of cryptids that danced in their campfire tales. We're left to wonder whether they adorn these walls with a vision of spirits and unknown gods. Picture primitive pictograms doubling as ancient speculative fiction, or perhaps early entries into the genre of fantasy. Your mind flits back, teasing at how to neatly package a Stone Age day into a neat bundle. Yet there it is again. The glow of the near past melding with the reassuring certainty of now, coalescing with each gentle sigh. And yes, sure, you chuckle inwardly at how these painters would probably give you quite the stare if you rocked up with a tiny canvas and some acrylics, setting up shop like just another artist with a pop-up show. They might wonder about the small dog mysteriously nestled at your side, his steady snoring perhaps echoing the ferocity of a distant bear. You settle deeper into the nostalgia of it all. The dance of fire now a cascade of shadows that feels like lullabies flickering on your eyelids. Here, your primal heartbeat slows, syncing itself to the gentle cadence of the stars and the unyielding slow crawl of night around a steady landscape's embrace. It's this unchanging simplicity that winds its way into your very marrow, assuaging years of modern restlessness. One scene follows another like pearls on a string, the warmth of the tribe settling for the night, a soft breathing hum that speaks of dreams awaiting warmly. Delicate gaps between starlit moments stretch into eternity, and you let them. You let every thought, every noise, every breath meld into the rhythm that carries you beyond time itself into softness. In this cocoon of warmth and silence, consider that the beauty of this Stone Age lullaby is not so different from the tranquility of messages unread, notifications untapped, the world simply pausing while you breathe in, breathe out, bare essentials. There's no quibbling with the dim glow of devices, only the steadfast presence of flickering flames and enfolding night. Here, my friend, In this space where words and silence wrap about like a cherished hug, let the gentle tug of history carry you deeper still, scaling precipices of time and terrain into you, beckoning worlds that only sleep can render. There's a savanna of sleep awash in dusk's light, and it's calling. So, allow the sweet weight of slumber dismantle thoughts heavy with today, scattering them like grains into tomorrow's wind. When you wake, let the familiarity of daylight usher you back, renewed by the magic only a night under the ancient sky can concede. Let it cradle you into an infinitely soft tomorrow, in the tender embrace of the nighttime lull, as you float between layers of thought and dream. The steady warmth of something both ancient and immediate settles over you. The gentle noise from the world's oldest lullaby, the wind through the grasses, is your nightly playlist, echoing a melody that is played on repeat for countless generations. Your breathing falls into sync with this timeless rhythm. Each inhale and exhale a verse in the grand symphony of existence. It's amidst this serene cadence that you start to feel the gentle weight of sleep press more insistently, coaxing you to relax into the earth beneath, nearly as grounding as a weighted blanket, gently pulling you into comfort. And it's here you reflect on how incredible it is that such small things, like the flicker of flames or the breath of those slumbering close by, can hold so much power to soothe and reassure. Your mind drifts to a quirky bit of history. Some researchers theorize that the shapes and shadows play tricks on the mind, sparking creative flights of fancy that could have inspired stories told around those very fires. Out of the myriad dances of light came thoughts of mythical creatures and spirits, maybe even sparking inspiration that would echo down the ages into the stories we still share today. Even now, historians debate whether these flights of fanciful thought were indeed kindled by such simple beginnings, the glow of a fire as muse. Was it the flicker of light against stone, casting long shadows that leapt and dipped with imagination's spark? Or simply the mind's instinct to weave narratives around the unknown, to humanize the mystery? A soft laugh bubbles up as you visualize a sage Stone Age elder proclaiming wild tales of animals yet unseen, or gods that pull at the edges of reality. It feels a little like that moment when, in modern life, you might concoct an improbable plot twist to explain why your plants routinely succumb to neglect. Surely, there's more at play than just a brown thumb, right? As sleep beckons you deeper, you consider how the past and present often braid together seamlessly, one informing the other, crafting a legacy where every heartbeat folds into the next, a pulse connected through time. This shared heritage generates comfort, a cloak woven from countless nights like this one, firelight on skin and sky. Now, as your senses blur the lines between what was and what will be, the ancient art of storytelling continues, humming softly beneath your skin. The whispered secrets of old recount possibilities, touching moments of laughter and wonder to the very periphery of your awareness. It's the thrill of letting go, trusting the earth to cradle the rhythm of your own private tale. In these final moments, before sleep takes you entirely, let your body slowly unwind, each muscle loosening with the faith of the night's embrace. The fire dims a little more, shadows giving way to the fullness of night, your eyes closing gently. Let your thoughts drift away like dandelion seeds scattered by a careless breeze. They float upwards, beyond the stars that once guided those who came before you, towards horizons painted with the history yet to unfold. The warmth of your cocoon, the gentle lull of sleep, envelopes you fully as you peacefully drift into a world carved by dreams and echoes of time past. In this space, may you find sweet rest and calm, your every breath a tapestry of ancient stories whispered softly to guide you into the night. This is where you finally surrender to the lure of slumber, cocooning you in quietude and love. So sleep now, and let the stories of all ages cradle you into an infinitely tranquil tomorrow. Warm dreams, my friend, my. As the night deepens and the world outside quiets to a whisper, the soothing rhythm of sleep takes you by the hand, leading you gently through its soft corridors. The air around you is hushed, wrapping you in a cocoon of tranquility that feels like the warmth of shared laughter and silent moments exchanged with a friend. You find yourself floating effortlessly, weightless in this infinite sea of calm, where time seems to both stretch and stand still. Your breath, slow and even, becomes a lullaby of its own, soft and rhythmic, like a gentle stream weaving its way through an ancient forest. Each inhale fills you with the simplicity of being, while each exhale releases the remnants of the day, emptying your mind of all that clutter, like closing tabs on a computer until only the essential remains. In this sacred space, the echoes of the past float around you, subtle yet enduring, their stories interwoven with yours. The firelight that once danced on cavern walls now flickers quietly in your heart, kindling a warmth that spreads throughout your body, relaxing every muscle, softening every edge. It's a feeling as familiar as a bedtime story, gently read to you until, word by word, you slip into dreams. Here, you drift aware, surrounded by the ancient wisdom that whispered through the stones, those stories handed down with care over countless fireside gatherings. You feel an inexplicable connection to those who came before, and a profound peace that these tales have survived, finding their way to you across eons. It's as if each breath brushes against the edges of the universe, carrying with it fragments of this eternal narrative, tales of survival and wonderment woven into the fabric of time. You imagine the Stone Age artists tilting their heads to ponder a canvas, illuminating the darkness with sparks of creativity, much like fireflies igniting the night. You're comforted by the thought that imagination is as timeless as the stars above. Gradually, the line between wakefulness and slumber blurs further, and your consciousness gently recedes, coaxed deeper into the velvety shadow of night. With each moment, you surrender more fully to the cradle of sleep, where dreams paint streams of vibrant color across the quiet of evening. The night stays tender around you, a blanket of serenity drawn close. And as you settle fully into this dreamscape, may your heart feel light, your sleep be deep, and your spirit rest easy, knowing that the world around you continues to spin softly, carrying you through until morning unfolds once more with gentle grace. With the whispers of ancient fires and the gentle lull of the present holding you safe, allow yourself to float away into a peaceful oblivion. Imagine the light touch of dawn waiting patiently on the horizon to greet you with a renewed warmth when the night bids its tender farewell. Rest now, dear friend, for you are cradled in the history of all things. Let the night watch over you, and the stories cradle you into a dream-filled, peaceful slumber. Sweet dreams, and until next time. The stars continue their silent vigil, watching as the twilight deepens and the world eases into a serene, quiet hum. As you find yourself drifting deeper into sleep's embrace, it's as if you're gently carried by a current woven from the fabric of ancient dreams and modern whispers. The warmth of the imagined fire is a comforting presence, a guardian against the cool night air. It harks back to a time when such earthly warmth was all that stood between your ancestors and the vast wilderness beyond. It's a small wonder, really, that these fires were more than mere practicality. They were a way to forge community, to share and create stories that would echo throughout time. All those stories, carried down through generations, come to rest now in your subconscious, weaving seamlessly into the tapestry of your own dreams. They merge with vivid fantasies and half-remembered memories, creating a landscape both familiar and fantastical. You wander through a dreamscape where the past and present intertwine, where cave walls tell stories under starlit skies, and you wander among echoes of history. In this realm, the questions of today silently dissolve, joining the ancient mysteries that have puzzled humanity for ages. The debates of historians over the intentions of Stone Age artists become whispers you can almost grasp, yet choose to let go, floating above your head like dandelion fluff. You understand now that not all answers need immediate solving. Some mysteries find their resolution in the journey itself, in the stories passed from generation to generation. These gentle thoughts lead you further away from the waking world, drawing you into the languid depths of rest. Your breath slows to a soft murmur, a lullaby as natural as the gentle rustle of leaves or the distant call of an owl nestled somewhere in the night. There's a sanctuary here, a refuge in the quiet certainty that as you sleep, the world both within and without continues to dream alongside you. You imagine the new day, waiting patiently just beyond the horizon, gathering its colors and sounds, ready to unfurl at just the right moment. And you know when that moment comes, you will awaken gently, renewed and ready, warmed by the dreams woven through the night, each one a precious thread in the grand tapestry of your life. Until then, let yourself be blessed by the quiet moments of solitude, by the ancient stars watching over you, and the gentle hum of history wrapping you in its timeless embrace. In this cocoon of night, you are utterly at peace, knowing that the world will await you, ready to share a new day when the time is right. Sleep deeply, rest well, and when your eyes open to greet the dawn, may your heart be light and your dreams be sweetly remembered. Good night, dear friend, until we meet again in another story. As the night stretches its velvet canvas over the world, you drift into the comforting arms of slumber, where dreams flow like a gentle river, carrying you softly along its currents. The quiet rhythm of your breath, in and out, becomes the soundtrack of a timeless reverie, where each note lulls you further into the depths of peace. The night enfolds you, a comforting cocoon spun from the whispers of ancient winds and the gentle rustle of unseen wings. Here, suspended in this tranquil realm, you are free to wander among the dreams of those who have come before, their stories weaving a backdrop for your own. The vast tapestry of history unfurls, stitched with the threads of countless narratives, each one a whisper in your sleeping ear. This is a place where time dissolves, where past and present meld seamlessly in a dance as old as the stars themselves. In this vast, shimmering landscape, you feel the embrace of those long forgotten, their shadows dancing in the moonlight. They guide you through fields of memory, where each step leads deeper into the heart of the universe. It is here, in this boundless dreamscape, that you find the echoes of laughter and the soft hum of voices carried by the wind. They tell tales not bound by pages or screens, but etched into the soul of creation itself. A gentle smile tugs at your lips as you picture the fireside gatherings of old, where stories were born and shared, where dreams took flight on the embers of imagination. You see the faces illuminated by the gentle glow of flames, eyes bright with wonder, just as yours are now, even in sleep. It is a comfort to know that these stories, these moments of connection, are woven into the very fabric of existence, enduring across the expanse of time. Here, nestled within the quiet, you become part of a lineage, a tapestry woven from the dreams of countless generations. You are both observer and participant, carried along by the rhythm of life that flows through these ancient veins. Every breath, every heartbeat syncs with the world around you, pulling you ever deeper into the embrace of the night. With each passing moment, you slip further from the shores of consciousness, floating weightless in this sea of dreams. The night cradles you, holding you close to its heart, whispering lullabies sung by the stars. You are a voyager on a journey through eternity, guided by lights that have watched over humanity for countless ages. As you drift toward the horizon of sleep, let the gentle waves of night carry you, holding you aloft in the tender balance between dreaming and waking. May you find peace here, among the stories and whispers that fill the world. And may your dreams be sweet, colored by the essence of all that has come before and all that is yet to be. Rest now, safe in the knowledge that the dawn will come when it is ready, bringing with it a new day, fresh and full of promise. Until then, sleep deeply, dream sweetly, and know that you are loved by the night and cherished by the world. Good night, dear one, until we meet again with a new light of the morning. In the embrace of this gentle night, you find yourself cradled by a quiet that feels both infinite and immediate. It's like lying in a field under a blanket of stars, where the cool air wraps around you as softly and reassuringly as your favorite old hoodie. The world narrows to the simple rhythm of breath and heartbeat, the deep, slow thrum of the universe lulling you into a dream-laden slumber. Drifting deeper, you feel the pull of the dream world, a place where possibilities stretch as far as the imagination can roam. Here, you're free from the constraints of time and place, where gravity is a mere suggestion, and the stories of old blend seamlessly with the hopes of tomorrow. It's an enchanting dance of thought and memory, where the lines blur, and each step carries you further into the heart of night. Perhaps you're wandering through ancient forests, bathed in moonlight, the soft crunch of leaves underfoot the only sound in a world hushed and waiting. Or maybe you find yourself by a tranquil lake, its surface a mirror reflecting the tapestry of stars above, so clear it feels as though you could reach out and touch the pinpricks of light. Every scene is painted with the colors of dreams, vivid and surreal. Each one an echo of 1,000 stories whispered by the night. The past gently waltzes into the present here, tales from the Stone Age mingling with the universal experiences shared across the ages. You imagine those first artists, charcoal-streaked fingers tracing lines that would become stories on the walls of caves, their creations flickering in time with the flames. Their spirits seem to walk beside you, guiding you through the corridors of history, where each shadowed corner holds a tale yet to be told. On the peripheries of your awareness, you sense the faint stirrings of unanswered questions, histories still debated, mysteries that beg for resolution. Yet, rather than stand as barriers, These enigmas beckon you to ponder, to dance with the unknown as you drift further from the waking world. In the gentle contours of this dreamscape, worries scatter like leaves upon the wind, finding no purchase in the soft soil of your mind. It's a serene letting go, allowing the peace of night to seep in, to carry away the anxieties you'll leave behind. Every breath is a sigh, a tender release, wrapping the world in velvet night. You float here, buoyed by ancient whispers, secure in the arms of the cosmos, embraced by the universe's timeless lullaby. It's a sensation like no other, of being cherished by the very essence of time, cradled in a cradle crafted from stardust and dreams. And so, as you drift, know that you are safe and held in this boundless night. The stars will watch over you, and the stories will weave their soft spell until the gentle glow of dawn finds you once more. Until then, sleep deeply, dream sweetly, and let the tapestry of dreams carry you gently to morning's light. Good night, dear friend, and may your journey through the night be one of peace and wonder. As the night cradles you deeper in its embrace, every breath becomes a lullaby that rocks you gently through the dark. Here, beneath the vast expanse of sky, there is only you and the song of the universe, a melody as old as time itself, as soothing as the whisper of leaves rustling softly in the breeze. The quiet is rich, like a tapestry woven from the stories of the world, each thread a narrative that speaks in the hushed tones of the night. In this remarkable stillness, the boundaries between worlds fade away. You find yourself adrift on a sea of stars, where the past whispers its secrets and the future lays open before you like an unwritten page. This is a place where dreams are crafted, where imagination runs unchecked, painting vibrant images that bubble to life and dance across your mind's eye. Feel the warmth of a distant fire flickering in the depths of memory. Its glow, a gentle reminder of family and community, of the age-old ritual of gathering together to share tales. This connection, a line drawn through history, binds you to the ancients who carved their lives into the stones and earth. They spoke with the world as their canvas, narrating in shadow and light, a chorus of forgotten voices harmonizing with the wind. In this sanctum of night, questions unravel, often with no intention of finding answers, but simply to explore. Mysteries linger, the kind that Stone Age artists might have pondered as their fingers etched stories into rock. You wonder what worlds they saw in their mind's eye, what myths they crafted and handed down. Stories that spiraled into legend, resting now among the stars. The night is a thick, comforting presence, a soft weight that anchors you to this moment of quietude. Each breath is a gentle ebb and flow, a quiet tide against the shores of the world you know. It echoes with the endless song of the earth, a melody that speaks not with words, but with the rustle of leaves, the sigh of the wind, the soft murmur of streams winding through ancient terrains. In the heart of this night, the universe reveals itself not in grand statements, but in tiny flickers of understanding that twinkle like constellations. It's a language you seem to understand on an instinctual level, where meaning arrives not with fanfare, but in the simplicity of being. In the quiet moments, when the cosmos seems to pause, taking a breath alongside you. Drift gently now into the depths of sleep, where dreams embrace all possibilities and the stories of yesterday blend seamlessly with the aspirations of tomorrow. Allow yourself to be wrapped in the quiet lull of the night, where the rhythm of ancient fires and the gentle patter of rain become one with your own heartbeat. When you feel the soft caress of dawn approaching, may it fill you with a quiet resolve, a renewed sense of wonder. Rest assured that with each new day, you'll carry a piece of this tranquil night within you, a gently glowing ember to light your path. Sleep well, dear friend, wrapped in the timeless embrace of the stars, where night and dreams conspire to cradle you into a deep, rejuvenating slumber. Good night, until the morning brings its gentle light to guide you back to the waking world. In the deepest reaches of night, where dreams thread through the fabric of the universe like whispered secrets, you find yourself floating on the gentle tide of sleep. It's a peaceful voyage, one that cradles you softly in its embrace, rocking you like the gentle sway of a hammock nestled in a quiet moonlit garden. The night holds you close, its darkness warm and enveloping, a space where safety lives and dreams unfurl with slow, deliberate grace. As you drift further from the shore of wakefulness, the sky above is vast and infinite, a canopy of stars that watch over you with a timeless gaze. They twinkle softly, each one a tiny beacon, a reminder of the countless generations that have looked up to the night, marveling at its endless beauty. It's here, under this celestial quilt, that the echoes of history seem to hum just beyond the edge of hearing, a chorus of voices stretching across the eons. The stories of the past weave their way through the shadows, dancing lightly with the flickers of starlight, touching with gentle familiarity as they pass. You can almost see them, these tales, crafted from the dreams of those who came long before, who lived and loved and left their mark upon the world. They breeze by like soft gusts of wind, bringing with them snippets of lives once lived, adventures once had. You imagine the campfires of ancient peoples, their faces lit by flames as they shared stories under the same sky, their voices mingling with the night air in a symphony of camaraderie and connection. Here, the warmth of community was felt in every shared word and every knowing glance across the flickering glow. These gatherings were not just about survival, but about belonging, about weaving individual threads into the communal tapestry of life. As you wander this landscape of dreams, your spirit is light, buoyed by the quiet assurance that sleep provides. You are both a part of this woven fabric and an observer, each story, each dream layering atop the other, creating a rich mosaic of experience. There is an unspoken unity here, a gentle reminder that all who dream are connected by the invisible strands of time and memory. Letting go of the day's concerns, you find yourself sinking deeper into this dream space, where laughter echoes softly and love lingers like a sweet fragrance on the air. You are supported by the gentle embrace of the night, and the dreams that bloom here feel as natural as the rise and fall of your own breath. It's a sacred dance, this interplay of dreams and reality, where each moment holds the promise of discovery and the assurance of rest. As the night deepens around you, the boundaries of thought and time blur together, painting a vast, harmonious tableau that stretches beyond the horizon of consciousness. Here in this space, you are free, cradled by the vastness of the cosmos, held tenderly in the palm of existence. In these quiet moments, feel the world gently holding its breath, waiting with you in calm anticipation for the first hints of dawn. The promise of a new day lingers at the edges, a gentle reminder that the end of one dream is merely the beginning of another, and the sweetness you find here will carry you gently through until morning. So rest now, deeply and completely in the comfortable silence of the night. Let each slow, rhythmic breath draw you further into this serene landscape, where peace and dreams flow together in harmonious melody. Until morning light dances softly upon your eyelids, may your rest be profound, and your dreams be woven with light and love. Good night, dear heart, until the world awakens anew with the gentle rise of the sun. In the serene embrace of the night, you continue to drift through the chapel of dreams, where each breath is a benediction and every heartbeat a soft echo of the universe. The warmth of the enveloping darkness is a soothing balm, whispering promises of peace and renewal with each gentle sigh that brushes past. It's in these sacred hours of stillness that your spirit finds its balance, rocking gently on the tides of slumber that cradle you ever deeper. The dreams that swirl around you now are like fireflies in a summer's dusk, glimmering with the promise of forgotten tales and the thrill of new adventures just on the cusp of waking. Here, in this ethereal sanctuary, the stories that unfurl are woven from the same stardust that paints the cosmos, connecting you seamlessly to every soul that has ever gazed up at the night sky with wonder in their hearts. Comforted by the timelessness of these stories, you let yourself sink further into their embrace, feeling each thread of the narrative whisper across your consciousness like a gentle caress. The scenes shift and morph with the fluid grace of a dream, each one unique yet tied to the next by the invisible strands of imagination. The dreams carry you effortlessly on their tide, like leaves floating downstream, drawn ever onwards by the gentle current of sleep. The wisdom of ancient times mingles with your dreams, adding depth and texture to the soft foundations laid beneath your resting mind. You might find yourself standing amidst towering stone monoliths, their surfaces warm under your fingertips, and ancient whispers filling the gaps between the stones. Or perhaps you wander through lush, verdant forests, where sunlight filters down in dappled patterns, painting the forest floor with stories of its own. The boundless sky stretches overhead as you walk through these dreamscapes, an infinite vault, whispering songs of time immemorial, where each star is a note in the lullaby that guides you to peace. It's a shared language, one of the heart and soul, speaking in tones as old as the world, yet as fresh and immediate as the heartbeat in your chest. As the night carries you deeper, you let go of everything but this moment, the gentle rise and fall of your breath, the quietude that unspools with the dreams. Each breath carries away the remnants of waking life, each exhale a silent promise of renewal when dawn unfolds. You are wrapped in comfort, a place where nothing intrusive can reach, where all that remains is softness and ease, a soothing hum that echoes the rhythm of ocean waves against a distant shore. The transition from deep night to the cusp of dawn is gentle, like the colors of the sky beginning to shift and merge at their edges. You can almost feel the quiet anticipation of that first sliver of morning light, a soft glow on the horizon that heralds the start of a new day filled with potential. The night, with all its dreams and whispers, will gently yield to the freshness of morning, leaving only the restful peace it has painted across your slumber. As this echo of morning draws near, let the serenity of the night linger with you, a gentle reminder of the stories that connect us all, whispered by the stars and carried on the breath of dreams. May you wake refreshed, with a heart lightened by the night's tender embrace and a soul nourished by dreams spun from the fabric of the universe itself. Sleep soundly, dear dreamer, as the night watches over you, its soft tapestry wrapping you in a comforting embrace. And as you awaken, may the day carry the gentle promise of the night, each step lit by the glow of stories told in the silence. Until dawn unfurls its light, rest well and dream deeply, dear one. Good night, until the morning greets you with its gentle promise once more. As the night tenderly draws its curtains around you, embracing you with a profound stillness, you find yourself floating on the gentle waves of dreams, suspended between realities. In this tranquil sanctuary, each breath you take sends a ripple across the tranquil pool of night, resonating in harmony with the subtle rhythms of the universe. Enveloped in the soothing cadence of the cosmos, you feel the weight of the day dissolve, leaving only a serene lightness, the kind you get when you finally flop onto your bed at the end of a long week. Here, in the gentle quiet, the stories of old continue to dance across your mind, weaving a rich tapestry of narrative that illuminates this dreamscape like 1,000 tiny stars. The dreams come softly, like whispers on a breeze, beckoning you to explore realms shaped by imagination and memory. Each one offers a new vista, a glimpse into the endless possibilities of the dream world. Perhaps you find yourself wandering through ancient forests where each leaf tells a story, or gliding over vast oceans painted with the soft silver of moonlight. The scenes change fluidly, dissolving and reforming in a mesmerizing dance of color and light, blending history with fantasy. Within this realm, the whispers of the past and hopes of the future intermingle with ease. You sense that you're not just dreaming on your own. You're joined by kindred souls who once dreamed under the same sky, sharing in the universal language of night and stars. It's a comforting thought, like the notion of a loved one sharing your quiet vigil, even if only through the shared act of dreaming. In this space, time is but a gentle suggestion. Moments stretch luxuriously, inviting you to linger a little longer in their embrace. Each heartbeat, each breath is a gentle caress that rocks you further into the depths of contentment. The night unfolds as a tender guide, leading you through a symphony of sensations that promise both adventure and peace. As the night deepens, painting your dreams in the soft hues of serenity, you are comforted by the presence of the stories that accompany you, ancient and new, whispering their truths and tales into your sleeping heart. They serve as a gentle reminder that even in the stillness, life is vibrant and rich, full of mystery and promise awaiting your every step. The boundaries between sleep and awareness continue to blur, leading you to the quiet shores of restfulness. It's here, in these moments of profound stillness, that the universe cradles you in its embrace, holding you close as you dream. It's a sensation as soothing as a cool breeze on a warm summer night, as familiar as the gentle ticking of a clock in a quiet room. Clinging lightly to this enveloping cocoon, you sense the faintest hint of morning light beginning its journey to meet you. It promises renewal, carrying the whisper that each dawn is a chance to begin anew, to carry forward the peace and wisdom garnered from the night. The glow of the gently approaching day is a promise, a door through which new stories will surely emerge. But for now, surrender to this slumber's embrace, letting the night softly guide you to rest. The world moves on without hurry, each moment holding you gently as you sleep, silhouetted by the dreams that float effortlessly through the profundity of night. When you awaken, may it be with a heart full of light and a spirit rejuvenated by your journey through the night. May the tranquility you've gathered here be a gentle companion as you step into the day. Sleep deeply, knowing you are cherished by the night and that tomorrow will greet you with warmth and light. Good night, until we meet again with the soft promise of a new dawn. Gently, almost imperceptibly, the night begins to surrender its hold on the horizon, making way for the first whispers of dawn. It's a transition so subtle that it feels like a secret shared only between you and the universe. This is the in-between, the hush before the world stirs awake, where dreams and reality mingle and linger in the spaces between thoughts and breath. Wrapped in the cocoon of night, you feel as though you are suspended within a dream that gradually floats you towards the light. Each moment, a tender note in the lullaby that cradles you. The night has sung its ancient song, and now the final notes fade softly into the promise of tomorrow. There echoes a soft promise that you carry forward. Here, poised at the cusp of morning, you might imagine the faint blush of dawn like the gentle light of a flashlight beneath a blanket, casting a warm glow that gently stirs the world. There's no rush here, only the soft, inevitable stretch of light reaching out to touch the edges of day, still waiting to unfurl. The stars begin to blink out, winking their farewells as they retreat beyond the veil of day. They leave behind a sky that slowly, surely, warms to the idea of morning, a canvas awaiting the first brushstrokes of sunlight. Each fading star is a stitch in the quilt of night undone, promising to return when next the world turns its face from the sun. As you rest in this slumberous grace, feel the gentle shift of time as a hug around your spirit, each moment wrapping around you with the familiarity of well-worn words in a beloved story. It's a sensation as comforting as slipping on your favorite sweater, the fabric of night, holding the warmth from dreams shared and stories told. You may feel the weight of sleep easing, loosening its tender grip as the world begins its tender murmurs of awakening. For now, rest in this tender equilibrium, where dreams waltz slowly to the rhythm of your slumbering heart. The promise of dawn lingers, a delicate caress on the horizon, nudging the world toward its daily revelry. With each breath, you remain cocooned in softness, drifting, resting, wrapped in night's gentle lull. And as the first shy light begins to gather, you know that, in this infinite space, you are deeply held within the still, sacred song of sleep. When your eyes eventually open, may they meet the day gently, softly, as you carry the peace of the night within you. Feel the whispers of the universe in your heart, guiding you toward the stories yet to be told, the dreams waiting just beyond the horizon's embrace. Breathe in deeply the promise of the dawning light, and know that with the end of every night, a new beginning calls softly to you. Rest well, sweet dreamer, wrapped in the gentle tapestry of night, until tomorrow's light whispers you awake. Good night, until the day cradles you in its warmth once more.